Nathaniel Hale. People call me Nate Hale. Had a fairly normal childhood until the age of about 13 or 14 years old. Um, I started doing drugs, started committing crimes. I wasn't really the best person, I suppose. Um, I went to boys' school when I was 14 years old. I got out around the age of 16. Still continued to do the same type of stuff, hanging out with the same people. Um, and that landed me in jail in the big boy pen, and not in prison, but I went to jail. I was in and out. There was a time when I went to jail for 6 months. I was out for 3 days and went back for another 4 months. So it got to where it was just really tiring and really stressful. My life was just, it was horrible, and that's really all I knew. You know, but after the last time, it was about 7 months that I was in there, and I knew the whole time that this wasn't for me. This isn't where I want to be. This isn't where I want to end up. I just and being in there that long, you would see the same people come and go, come and go, come and go. You would never really see any new faces. It was always the same people. So I just didn't want to be, I just didn't want to. I didn't want that to be who I was. I got out and I knew I had to make some changes. And before I went in, I was selling drugs to make money. So I didn't have any way of income when I got out. So I go to the recruiter, and I tell him, hey, I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to better myself. I want to join the Army. Got the waiver done, and it was 3 days after I took the waiver to the recruiter's office that I was off the basic training, which is no time at all. I told him I wanted to leave as soon as possible. And so I get there. We took a bus. They hold you, go through all your paperwork. They buzz your head, make your dog tags, and the whole works. I mean, you've seen the movies. So went through that process, got through that process, and we get back on the bus to head up to Sand Hill. And we pull up. All the drill sergeants are out there. It's called a shark attack, is what it's called. You don't even want to get off the bus, but so I did, and the first couple weeks were horrible. Infantry basic training is no joke. After a while, it slowly started to shape me and mold me, and teach me things, and I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't take that back for anything. It seriously taught me that if you work for something hard enough, it will happen. The same thing that happened with me leaving for basic training so fast happened with my deployment. So I got back from basic training. I was home for 3 days, and I had people calling me, knocking on my door. Hey, you're getting deployed. And this like came out of nowhere, so I was just like, hold on, like, what you want to know, like, what's going on, what happened, and you're like, I'm leaving. They told me I had 36 hours to pack and say goodbye to everyone. And I was just like, I said, man, you're gonna have to give me at least, I said, I just got back from basic training. It would be different, but you can't really argue with the military, So he was like, all right, you got 3 days. You got 3 days to get everything in order. So I got everything packed, and we did our mobilization and headed over. My first deployment was in 2006 to 2007 in Iraq. My first deployment got pretty crazy. It wasn't as bad as some of these guys. I didn't lose any limbs or anything like that, but I did get injured. I did have a couple close calls and things like that. So that kind of shaped who I was too. I really don't try to worry about, now that I'm back in the States, I really don't try to worry about too much. I had to have surgery on my left knee. And you know it did, and then I had to go through rehabilitation and all that stuff too. So you know that set me back. That set me back a little bit. And you know I originally started with MMA, you know, mixed martial arts and training and stuff like that. You know, I was getting paid to fight. It was only $100 a fight, which isn't nothing crazy, nothing crazy, but you know I was making a little money from what I like to do. And that, you know, that stopped me because it was my lead leg. My lead leg was getting, you know, I tried after the surgery and stuff. It was just getting kicked way too much. So I had to find something to tickle my fancy besides that, you know, which, so I kind of adopted bodybuilding. Second was 2011 and 2012 to Afghanistan. I'll throw a couple pictures in right now as well so you guys can see kind of what it was like over there. I obtained a couple more injuries this deployment as well. You know, um, between all the body armor and all the stuff you have pushing down on your spine and things like that. Um, and then I had an incident that happened as well. Um, my back, I sustained a pretty bad injury in my back, and that put me on hold for quite a while. I've had to dramatically change up my training to be able to continue to, you know, do what I like to do and train, you know, and it has kept me from, um, you know, going as fast as I would like to go, progressing, you know, a little slower and things like that. But you know, I just got to be happy with, you know, that I can still train and do what I like to do. But the injury still is progressing. It's still getting worse. Still getting worse. I have degenerative disc disease, severe sciatica. I get really bad headaches and stuff like that too. When I really got serious, it was in Afghanistan. You know, like I said, there was really nothing else to do, and you know, I mean, I wasn't really getting, I wasn't really getting in any fights on post, you know, in a cage or anything like that. So I needed something to do. I mean, yeah, we were fighting, you know, outside of the wire, but I mean, so I kind of needed something to do, and I did. I got, you know, I started researching on the internet, you know, hours and hours of researching. What does this product do? What does this product do? You know, when do I eat? What do I eat? You know, when do I eat this? You know, why do I eat this? What does it do? Um, you know, so I just wanted to know. I didn't want to guess. You know what I mean? I wanted no guesswork. I wanted the facts. You know, so I started researching, putting the time in on the internet. You know, trying to stay away from, you know, the blogs, like the forums and all that, the opinions. You know what I mean? I wanted, like I said, I wanted the facts about stuff. So, um, you know, when I did, I started watching, you know, Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, and seeing the kind of, you know, adopting their styles of training and things like that because, you know, they were the best, you know, at that point in time. So, um,
Still on my book.
right, exactly. So, you know, I mean, and then, you know, I got back, had the injury. I'm actually still in the military. Um, I'm under the medical evaluation board trying to med me out right now uh, because of my injuries and stuff like that. Like I can't run, you know, there's no jolting movements. I can't jump or anything like that. So, you know, lifting weights is a little different, but it still hurts. I have to go and get an epidural every 90 days just to kind of calm everything down. Um, so, but you know, I got back, fought through the injury. The VA is doing a really good job taking care of all my injuries and stuff like that, keeping the pain down, so I can still train. But you
What
know,
year did you get back?
I got back in 2012.
2012. Okay. So got right back into. Is that when you started more going for bodybuilding, or did it take some time to realize that's what you wanted to do?
I knew I wanted to be a bodybuilder when I was in Afghanistan. You know, so I've just been really working towards that ever since. You know, I never been to a bodybuilding show or anything like that. We got back, and actually, it was pretty crazy. My captain, who was my commanding officer overseas, he asked me, "Hey, "Hale, I know you like to lift and stuff like that. Would you like to go to a bodybuilding competition? I have one of my buddies competing." And I'm like, "Sure, I'll go." And as soon as those dudes walked out on stage, I told I told her it was the Mr. Indiana. I told my two buddies sitting beside me, my CEO, I was like, I will be on the You guys just saw some of the training footage, me in the gym, kind of, how I like to do a couple of different things. I also snuck in a couple pictures from my first and second show too, just so you can see what I kind of look like on stage, or did look like on stage. So I'm gonna start prepping here soon. Sitting at 256 right now. My short-term goals are as follows. All right. I want to get up to at least 265 lean, about as lean as I am right now, before I start my prep. That's number one. Number two is to compete in and win Mr. Indiana. That's in June 2016. Then to further that, July, so I think it's the last weekend in July is the USA's. I'll be competing there as well. And I would like to get top 10 at the USA's in Las Vegas. So those are the three that I'm really looking at and working towards right now. We'll be bringing you a new video every week, so you can follow me all the way up to the USA's, all the way till I'm on stage. We'll try to even get some stage footage in there too for you guys. All right, so the reason I'm doing this, it's not for me. All right, it's not for me at all. It's for all of you guys. Whether you're already a bodybuilder, you want to be a bodybuilder, or you're a football player looking to, just gain some size, strength, just need some motivation. It doesn't matter what your craft is. I'm here to support, and I'm here to motivate you guys. So, please subscribe and come watch that video every week. If you need some motivation, if you're feeling down, if you're not feeling down, you just want to kill it in the gym. I watch motivational videos if I'm having a bad day and don't want to go to the gym. I can't get out of bed. I grab my phone off the nightstand, and I play a video, and what? After 2 or 3 videos, I get right up. So I just want to help you guys with that. Whatever it is that you may be dealing with, or going through, or looking, forward to pursuing. I'm here to help you guys. I just like to let you guys know that this isn't easy for me. I do have anxiety from being overseas, from my deployments and things like that. I have some pretty bad anxiety, and I was sweating like crazy, when we were just talking about doing this video. So it's a little bit different than stepping in the gym and watching someone train you. When you're sitting down and the light's on you and the camera's right here, it's a little bit different. So, but we will have, like I said, we will have a different video every week. So please, subscribe, give each video the thumbs up, and we'll see you next week.